I wonder what would happen if I just stopped drinking coffee for an entire month. Like, completely. No morning hit, no mid-morning pick-me-up, just gone. Have you ever done that? And instead, what if I started drinking that adaptogen stuff that has basically no caffeine and is touted to be better than coffee? What would happen? Yeah, maybe MUDwtr or something like that. Have you ever tried it? You know, mushrooms, cacao, spices, that whole calm energy vibe. I wonder what would actually happen to my body. So I've done a coffee fast before, and the first few days are always pretty rough, right? Headaches, brain fog, classic caffeine withdrawal symptom. That's basically my adenosine receptors waking up because caffeine normally blocks them. And now they're like, hey, finally we can slow the brain down. Energy would dip, I'd feel a little lethargic, maybe some irritability too, because my dopamine and norepinephrine levels would start adjusting. And this is just the first few days. I could do that. And on the bright side, my mornings might feel calmer. No jitters, no cortisol spike from the coffee hitting my system like an alarm clock. Instead, the small amount of caffeine from MUDwtr, like it has a teeny tiny amount. It might give me just enough of a pick-me-up without the crash. And those mushrooms, like lion's mane and reishi, they might start subtly supporting nerve growth and stress adaptation. It's not dramatic, but if this were real, maybe my nervous system would quietly start thanking me. And that's just the first few days. I mean, seriously, can this replace coffee? It's a super functional coffee alternative with cacao, masala chai, cordyceps, lion's mane, reishi, chaga, turmeric, Himalayan salt. Each serving has just 35 milligrams of caffeine, and I believe that comes from the cacao. It's all organic ingredients and there's no junk in here at all. I don't know. Could I go more than a week? What would happen at week 2? What would happen at 2 weeks? I would say 2 weeks in, energy might start to level out. Blood sugar could stabilize because I'm not getting that mid-morning caffeine spike with the inevitable crash. That would make focus feel smoother and more consistent. Cortisol rhythms might normalize too. Normally, coffee in the morning can spike cortisol when it's already high, which can contribute to anxiety or just feeling keyed up. Without that spike, mornings could feel a little more intentional. And mentally, I might notice subtle improvements in clarity. Lion's mane is thought to contribute to nerve growth factor, which should support cognitive function. Again, subtle, but maybe enough to feel like my focus is steady rather than all over the place. Yeah, I think week 2 would be more about adaptation. Can I stick with it for more than 2 weeks though? Have you? 3 weeks though? A lot could change then. Digestion would probably improve because coffee is so acidic and it stimulates acid production. And without it, mornings might feel a little lighter. Maybe I'd actually eat breakfast too. Stress resilience would probably be higher because reishi as an adaptogen might help modulate the HPA axis. That's the system that controls stress hormones like cortisol, which also means stressful emails and chaos in the mornings, maybe less spike and less tension. And sleep, probably way better. Since my adenosine system isn't constantly being blocked, I might fall asleep faster and wake up feeling more naturally rested. Energy would feel steady all day, no highs, no crashes, a gentle, sustainable baseline. But what about my energy? Would I miss out on that after 3 weeks? Would it reset? Have you ever gone 3 weeks without coffee? What would happen after 30 days? I mean, what I really like about coffee in the first place is that I get to put things in it. I can put collagen in it. I can put different cream, raw milk, sugar. I can put different things in it. I could do the same thing with MUDwtr. So as far as the ritual goes, I think I could do it for 30 days. And it tastes great too. Kind of has an earthy taste and I like that. But after 30 days, would I really quit coffee forever? Probably not. The ritual, I can kind of do it with this. The smell, it's a little bit different. The first sip, so satisfying. And I travel a lot, so I still want to keep a place for coffee. But what this thought experiment actually shows me is that maybe it's not an all or nothing. Maybe we don't have to completely eliminate something from our daily diet and be able to enjoy life and add something new. Maybe the best mornings are a mix. A little coffee one day, some adaptogens the next day. Mix it up. Keep your cortisol and your energy in check and keep your dopamine balanced. Don't drink so much coffee that you experience the crash or the jitters. And when you start feeling like you just can't have enough coffee, good time to switch over to some adaptogens for a few days. I feel like we can start to hack our mornings without having to give something up completely. But I also think I'm just gonna do both. I like me a good cup of coffee, but I also love me a cup of MUDwtr. They also have a matcha blend that's delicious. And my family's personal favorite, we can't get enough, is their rest rest, which is a drink that we make at night. But my suggestion for you watching this is experiment. Maybe coffee doesn't affect you the same way it affects somebody else. Maybe an adaptogen doesn't affect you the same way it affects somebody else. Leave space for experimenting and figure out what works best for your body without becoming addicted to something. Be flexible, try new things, and don't close a door on something just because somebody else out there told you it's a bad idea. I do tons of things that people say are bad ideas, and I'm living the best life I've ever lived in my entire life. So I will leave space for coffee, but I'm also gonna leave just as much space for MUDwtr. I really enjoy it. And if you wanna get some MUDwtr for yourself, I have a discount code and a link down in the description below that you should definitely check out. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day, my friends, and God bless.